Hi everyone, today I'm going to walk you through how to do my Charlie Morningstar from Hasbin Hotel makeup, so let's get right into it. First off, I always make sure to start with a nice moisturized base, getting that all down my neck as well, making sure everything is nice and smooth to begin with. I use this e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. It is a sticky primer. I use this for all of my cosplay looks just because it really helps all that makeup stick. And then we are going in with this NYX white eyeliner and just lining the water lines just so they are white like the rest of the face, and I don't have to go back and do this later when I have all of the makeup on my face, and it would be a lot harder. Then with that same eyeliner, I am going in and just tracing where I am going to put the horns on my head, so I know not to cover that part with the cream paint just yet. And then we are going in with this Maroon Paradise paint in white. This is a water activated cream paint. We're going to use this sponge as well as this maroon brush to apply that all over my face and neck. I use the sponge in a stippling motion, pretty similar to what you would use or how you would do a foundation when you're putting on regular makeup. And then I use the brush to get into the creases by my nose, around my eyes, and as well as in my ears, because I want to make sure that the ears are covered as well. So it really helps to just kind of practice with both the brush and the sponge and find what works for you. Here I am making sure that the ears get covered as well, and then going down my neck most of the way, and then of course getting the back of my neck as well. And then I am just using the brush to kind of add more paint on, making sure that the paint stays pretty wet the entire time since it is water activated. And here is the finished look with the paint. And then we have this maroon powder that I'm using to set. This is a setting powder that's made for colored face paint. You can use regular face powder as well. I just use this in a stippling motion as well. Then we're going to go into this palette and use one of the lighter grays to do contour. This is basically the same as contouring for a regular makeup look, except we are using gray. And I'm using the sponge to kind of diffuse the color out to make it not as harsh. And I just do the contour on my cheeks and on my nose, pretty much the same way I would for any look. And then we're going to go in with this red from my Pokemon palette and a little round brush and just do some circles for her little blushy cheeks. This is a stippling motion as well. I don't want to rub too hard and mess up the white base. I'm gonna go ahead and make those as even as I can. And then I'm going in with that same palette and just doing a really basic smoky eye. This is completely up to you how you want to do this. I went in and did this really dark purple shimmer as well, just for fun, but any dark smoky eye look will work for this. And then I am just doing a basic black wing on both eyes. You can make this really dramatic if you want. I just did a pretty tiny wing, and then going in with lots of mascara. You can use false lashes, or I just use a lot of mascara to really make my eyelashes pop. Then I'm going back in with a tinier brush and that red from the Pokemon palette again, and just lining my bottom lashes with that as just a personal choice. I think this is a really cute look for this makeup. Then I'm going to draw on her little nose. This is pretty self-explanatory. It's just a little sideways oval that I draw on my nose, like so. I didn't really get a good video of me putting it on, unfortunately, but just a little oval. And then I'm going to take this black eyeshadow on a small brush and just use that to set the eyeliner. Then I'm going in with an even tinier brush and doing really small strokes to fill in my eyebrows. I didn't do any blocking of the brows or anything because I really didn't need to change the shape, just needed to color them in with the eyeshadow. And that is the face look. And then we are going to put on the horns. I use Prozade to apply the horns, just shake it up and apply a layer to the horns as well as to my forehead. I just use a Q-tip for this, it's the easiest. And then once that is on both the horn and my forehead, I'm just gonna let it dry for a little bit by fanning it. You can also kind of tap it into your skin until it turns tacky. Once it is clear like that, it is good to go, and I just hold it there for a couple seconds. We have the other horn as well. I'm gonna go back in with that white cream base paint to just kind of touch up around the horns. When I have my wig on, you won't be able to see by the hairline, so I'm just touching up around those. I'm going to take this matte black lipstick then and just apply that like I normally would, making sure I get my lips completely covered so there's no gap between the black lipstick and the white face paint. And then just for fun, after I do the matte, I like putting on a little black gloss as well, just for a little sparkle and to make it kind of pop a little bit more. Then I am taking this Ben Nye Final Seal. I'm not going to spray it on for this, but that is what I use to set the look. It really lasts forever. And that is the finished product. Thanks so much for watching, and let me know if you have any questions.